The Calgary Police Service is seeking public assistance following a sexual assault that occurred in southeast Calgary in the early morning hours of Sunday, September 27, 2015. A woman was leaving the bar in the 1800 block of 35 Street Southeast. She was approached by a male who pulled her against her will into a white SUV that was parked in a stall outside of the bar. The vehicle then left in an unknown direction with the woman inside. The woman was taken to a residence where she was sexually assaulted by 3 men. She was able to leave the location the next morning and contacted the police when she was in a safe location. The suspect in this case is described as 3 males between the ages of 25 and 50 of unknown ethnicity. However, according to the victim, the males appeared to speak Spanish when they were addressing each other in her presence. Police are asking anyone who may have witnessed this incident or have any information about these people to call police or Crime Stoppers.
So was this like a random attack? Did she know, she did not recognize these men?
She didn't recognize the men. She saw them in the bar earlier, but they had very minimal contact with each other.
So, I mean, does that suggest that this is some kind of weird random attack, that these guys can do that again?
It is a random attack in that she did not know her offenders. Is there potential of this happening again? At this point, we have no other reports of this occurring. If there are other reports, please let the police know, and we would like to have that information as well.
So if they were in the bar, is there a surveillance video?
There is surveillance video. We're working on that angle right now, yes.
Do you have surveillance video of them?
We're confirming who the offenders are right now, and that's part of our investigation. So yes, we are absolutely working that angle.
Do you have an idea on suspects?
We have an idea. We don't have confirmed ID yet.
Are they Calgarians?
I don't have confirmed ID. I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Could you describe this bar?
Can I describe the bar?
What type of bar is it? I mean, what clientele sort of frequency?
It's, I've never been to it, to be honest. I can tell you which bar it is because it's the only one in the block. It's a Tropicana. And the bar staff and the owners being cooperative with us and giving us video and whatnot, and we're working all of that right now. What type of bar is it? It's a bar in Calgary. You can go check it out. I haven't been there.
The area from where she was kidnapped, is it under CCTV coverage? The parking stall?
We have partial, but it's at a distance, so we don't have ID on the offenders from the video, but we are working on different angles for that as well.
Does she know where she was at? Which house she was at?
Where was she taken?
Where was she taken? She was taken to a residence, and we're working on that as well. We do know which residence it was, and we're working on the residents and the owners and who else we can find at that point, yes.
Where is the residence?
I can't tell you that. It's part of our investigation. We do have a residence, and right now we're working on finding out if the homeowners even had anything to do with this offense, because we're not sure.
Can you tell us what quadrant she was taken to? Was she taken a fair distance, or?
She was taken to a different part of Calgary.
Did you say it's a different quadrant?
Eastern Calgary. I don't know if it was northeast or southeast. I don't want to say because I'm really not sure, but it was eastern Calgary.
Why can't we know where, like, generally?
Because I honestly don't know the answer. I would tell you, but
you said you know where the house is.
It's in eastern Calgary. My detectives have that and they're working on it. I don't have the exact address listed with me, so I don't want to say northeast or southeast because I don't know.
Can you explain what you think happened once she got to the residence?
When she was taken from the bar by force, she was taken in a vehicle, she was taken to a residence, and she was at 3 separate times assaulted by 3 different males, sexually assaulted.
What was the time frame, do you think?
She was taken from the bar at closing time, so around 2 o'clock in the morning, and she called us for help about approximately 9 o'clock the next morning, so it was over a 6-hour period.
How did she escape? Was she released?
When she escaped, when she was finally able to leave, was the first time she left the residence, and at that point she called for help and she reported to the police at that time.
Was she stopped from leaving previous to that? Was she
She-
held against her will?
She was held against her will. She didn't have the opportunity to leave at that point until she left the next morning.
And when she left, did they allow her to leave, or did she manage to get away from them?
That's part of our investigation. She did manage to leave. I can't give you the details on how she got away.
Was she injured?
She was sexually assaulted, so yes, she was injured.
But I mean, physically, was she beaten? Like, was there other?
There was injuries. She has been cleared by the hospital, so she is okay physically. There are obviously other injuries, though.
Yeah, can you tell me how she's doing?
Not well. She's been through a very traumatic event. We're working with her. We have some resources in place and some family in place to help her out, but she's having a hard time.
Who was she at the bar with? I mean, was she with friends, or?
She was there with friends. She was with a group of friends.
And what, did they see this happen? Or
They saw it happen. Did they see it happen? There was a friend that did see it happen, couldn't do much to prevent it at that time. So
So did the friends call police right away?
we've had a few of the friends that have come forward, and they have given us disclosure interviews, tell us what happened. We are looking for anyone else that happened to be in the vicinity to come forward and let us know what they know. The more information we have about that night, the better off we are with this.
So but she called you guys at 9.
Yes.
Did anybody call you at 2?
We did not have any reports that evening.
Does that bother you or disturb you at all that somebody would see their friend get forced into a car and not call police?
We need to talk to the people that are at the scene to find out exactly what happened. We don't know what their interpretation is or what they saw. In retrospect, we wish they would have called. They may not have seen what we did. So that's why we need to speak to everyone that was there. We're not going to blame the witnesses for saying you should have, but we would love to talk to you now to find out how we can fill in the blanks from that night.
Does she have any contact with these people before she left the bar, do you know, or?
Very minimal contact in the bar. They had maybe seen each other, maybe had a very minor conversation, but that was it.
Could you reiterate again just what you're looking for the public? You're either looking for people that might have been around the area, just reiterate what you're looking for the public's help on?
What we're looking for the public's help on is anyone that was around the Tropicana at 2 a.m. last Sunday. If they saw a struggle outside, they saw some Spanish-speaking males outside and happened to know who they are, ran into the bar, was talking to them at that time, we'd love to hear from you about what you saw or some identities of the males that were there.
This type of crime is quite rare, is it not, Calgary?
Yes, I've been in this unit 2 years now. I have not heard of this type of crime where it was a kidnapping, sexual assault. It's definitely rare.
And what do you think about what happened?
What do I think about what happened? We have to follow through with our investigation. My personal opinion doesn't have a lot to do with the investigation, but we'll follow it through to the end with the criminal code on our side and go from there.
So was she targeted or was it sort of an opportunity type thing?
We're trying to determine that. It's a very good question. Was targeted or opportunistic? We're trying to look at that right now as well. And some of the people in the bar may have more background on it than we do, and we'd love to know that.
Anything else, guys?